Hello everybody, today I'm going to list off 19 games that I've never played before, but I really want to try. So let's get into this. I've never played any of these games before. Can you guys let me know after I name them off in the comments? Let me know if I should try the game or if you don't like it. If you played them before, make sure you smash the like button. Let's get into this, guys. Number 19 is Robo Rally by Richard Garfield and Michael Davis. And Richard Garfield's known for making Magic and stuff, so we know he's good at making games, because Magic is basically the only reason why board gaming is an industry. But anyway, Robo Rally is, apparently it's a racing game. You're trying to get from one side to the other with your robot, but you got to pre-program it before you move, I guess. And there's some special power-ups and stuff, so I don't know. I like programming, I like racing. It sounds like a mixture made in heaven for me. That's why my number 19 is Robo Rally. My number 18 is Orleans, or however you want to pronounce it. This is a bag building worker placement-ish type of game. You're buying people, I think, and putting them in your bag, and then you're randomly taking some out of your bag on your turn and putting them in different places they can go to work for you. And I don't know. I like Quacks at Quedlingberg, so I know I like bag building, and I love worker placement games, so that sounds like a game that I would like. That's why my number 18 is Orleans. My number 17 is a game that has just blown up, and they've been printing it out and printing it out and printing it out like you're printing money. Anyway, it is Unmatched. I've never played Unmatched. I know, slap me in the face right now. But I've watched people play it sitting right there, and I'm like, ooh, this game looks interesting. And then the fact that you can do all these different IPs against each other, like dinosaurs versus Spider-Man or something. I don't know, just crazy. So Unmatched sounds really interesting. Rob Donovan, the guy that did the Legacy games, Pandemic Legacy, Risk Legacy, those are good games. So we know he can make games. The system sounds really good. Easy to learn. I mean, I know how to play it now. I've literally watched it played. Looks fun. That is my number 17, Unmatched. My number 16 is another pirate themed game, because you guys know me, racing and pirates. I mean, that must be most of what I'm into. But Jamaica by Bruno Catala and a couple other people that I've never heard of. Malcolm Braff and Sebastian Petchion, who made Japor, actually. So I do know that. But Bruno Catala is one of my favorite game designers. Let's add another one of his games to my played list one of these days. Jamaica plays up to 6 players, I believe. And you're racing around an island and shooting at other pirates because you're pirate ships. So if you finish first, you get bonus points for finishing first. But you also get bonus points for having the most money and all sorts of other things. So sometimes it's not best to finish first. Sometimes it's best to try to shoot other people and steal their stuff, I'm assuming. And so it all sounds fun. Pirates attacking each other and racing. Literally my two favorite things together. Racing and pirates. Matching them. That sounds... Man, that should be higher up on my list. Anyway, that was my number 16. Jamaica. My number 15 is Santorini. Santorini, I almost backed the Kickstarter when they had it for the second edition coming out. I believe the Kickstarter was at the beginning of the year, this year. But it was like, won't be available till like over a year from now. And I'm like, I'm not going to spend $200 and wait for over a year. So I'll just wait for the retail version to come out of that probably. But man, the game sounds fun. Base game is just move a person and put a building on. And you can go up one level at a time. Once you make it to the 3rd level, you win. Then you can play more advanced rules with special powers and all sorts of other stuff. It can be played, I believe, 2 to 4 players, but everybody tells me it's a 2-player game. So take that with a grain of salt. The new version is going to come with a co-op mode where you're fighting against stuff too. So that sounds really interesting. But anyway, that is my number 15, Santorini. Let me know if that's a good game, because it sounds good. We're 2 people, me and Janella, so... Kind of need games that are best for 2 if we're going to at least buy the games. Because, yeah. And if I name off any of these saying because Janella didn't want to play them, which is, I would assume Unmatched is the only one because it's a fighting game. She doesn't like that. Let me know in the comments if you want to play anything on Board Game Arena or Tabletop Simulator. And I'd be down to play some board games with you guys. So, yeah. Anyway, my number 14 is a Euro-style game. This is Grand Austria Hotel, where you're trying to run a hotel and make your guests happy and be the best hotel in Venice, I believe. And the theme sounds interesting. It's from Lookout Games, I think. And I mean, that's the company that Uwe Rosenberg posts all his games from. And he's my favorite designer. So I'm just assuming that this game is going to be good too. And it sounds interesting. So that's my number 14, Grand Austria Hotel. All right, my number 13 is Uwe Rosenberg. And this is one that I can't believe I haven't played because this is his second highest rated game on BGG. If I had to guess, I think it's around the 30s. And this is Caverna. I've never played Caverna. I've played Agricola. I've played A Feast for Odin. Le Havre is my favorite game. I played Patchwork in New York Zoo. Have not played Caverna. That's one I really want to try. Other ones that didn't make this list that I would like to try is Ora Labora and Fields of Arle too. Those are two that I'd like to try, but Caverna is the top one on my list that I need to try. Agricola 2.0 from what I heard. That's what I need to play. That is my number 13. My number 12 is Obsession. In Obsession, you're renovating an estate, you're managing servants, and I guess there's some romance in there too, but the worker placement aspect of it and everything just sounds really fun. The game is blowing up. Again, it's on the hotness stuff because they just did a Kickstarter for some special stuff for the game, so that's my number 12, Obsession. My number 11, We Own, and it's been sitting on my shelf. I don't think you can see it. But it's been sitting on my shelf for like, I don't even know how long, a month or, yeah, probably not even a month. But it's been on there for a long time. Anyway, it is Wayfarers of the South Tigris, which I really want to try. You're exploring and mapping out the, like, basically south of the Tigris area, so the Middle East area over there, and scoring points off that and stuff. It's from Shem Phillips and S.J. McDonald, who make great games. So I really want to try Wayfarers of the South Tigris. That is my number 11. Now we're getting into the juicy top 10. I don't know what this means, but it means juicy. So that's a new thing. I just added it to language. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Through the Ages is my number 10. Specifically the new version, news story through history or whatever it's called. Through the Ages is, I didn't even know this, but it is from Vlada Chavatil. Gosh, Chavatil, I think is how you pronounce his name. He made Codenames, and I really like Codenames. He's made a couple other games that I don't care for, like Galaxy Trucker. But, so I know he's a good designer. He's made Codenames, and Through the Ages just looks like Civilization, the video game, in a box. And I used to play Civilization like a maniac, which makes sense. I mean, it's almost like a board game, video game. I mean, you take a turn, they take a turn, you take a turn, whatever. Anyway, that is my number 10, Through the Ages. My number 9 is a war game. Please, somebody play this with me, because I don't think Janelle ever going to let me play this. And I really want to try it because of the way people have explained the cards and stuff. It is Undaunted, specifically Normandy, because this is the first one. But really, it's any of the Undaunted series I'd be down to try. In fact, the Britain one sounds really cool with the airplanes and stuff. But man, I really want to try this. But it's a war game. You're fighting... Normandy is obviously World War II. But man, it sounds fun. The way that you can use cards to do this, or you could wait and do that with it. Oh man, it just sounds fun. Easy to play, all that. I really want to learn Undaunted Normandy. That's my number 9. My number 8 is a Jamie Stagmeyer game, and we know how much I like him. I didn't even name him, I don't think, in my last video, did I? That's crazy. Anyway, oh, you know why? Because I've only played Scythe from him. That's why. That one video, I said I had to have at least 2 games. We have Viticulture, but I haven't played that yet. But anyway, Tapestry is my number 8, and Tapestry is a Civilization game again. You can see, man, I really want to play Civilization game. I don't think I have before either, so the fact that I have a few of these on here, if I play one and I don't like it, it might knock the other ones off just because of the theme falling flat, but I don't think it will. But anyway, Tapestry is more abstract of the civilization stuff. It's more of a cube pusher, I guess. It's more of a track, move up tracks and stuff. And I guess there's also like a building your area and try to get some rewards. But the way it sounds so fun. And honestly, like more spreadsheety than a civilization game should be. But I like that kinds of stuff. I mean, look, I made a spreadsheet. So anyway, that is my number 8, Tapestry. My number 7 is technically cheating, but I don't care. This is Race Formula 90 2nd edition, because I've never played the 2nd edition yet, but I have played the base game. But to be fair, I've never played it in person. I've only played it online. This one is one I want to buy, but I want to get all the good stuff, and it's not a big publish. It just came out, I think, in October. And so it's like $170 for the game, the big box and expansions and all that. So I'm like, at $170, we could get other games. But man, I think about it, I'm like, man, I want to try it. So if this video somehow hits those people up, I'll review your game, and you already know I'll love it. So send me a copy. But anyway, yeah, that's my number 7, Race Formula 90. I really like the game, but I just can't get it in America. It's hard to get. You have to order it from outside the country. My number 6 is Beyond the Sun. I've heard so much about this. Another kind of civilization themed game, but this is more of a tech tree game from what I've heard. And it's really just unlocking stuff. And man, that just sounds good in a game. And I usually don't care too much about futuristic theming in games, but sometimes it's fun, so I understand that. I'm more of a modern times or old-fashioned times type of guy, but sometimes the future stuff's fun. I really want to try Beyond the Sun. That's my number 6. My number 5. We're getting into not just the juicy, we're getting into the creamy. My number 5 is Viticulture. Viticulture is a game that we have that I've set up. We got ready to play and we didn't get to play it. And so I really want to play it even more now. And, in this game is worker placement. It looks simple. You have summer and winter. And we have the expansion too. Not even opened yet. I want to play the base game once first before we try to learn the expansions and all that too. But I want to slap myself in the face for not playing this one because, man, I really want to play Viticulture. It's been out since like 2013, so whoo. Anyway, another Jamie Steinmeier game. If I like both of these two games, Tapestry and Viticulture, after I play him, he's going to probably be in my top 3 favorite designers right from that. Honestly, might be higher than that, so that's kind of interesting. I like to watch his YouTube stuff too sometimes, so he's a pretty cool guy. Anyway, that's my number 5, Viticulture. My number 4, that's interesting that it went in the number 4 spot because this is the 4th edition of Twilight Imperium. This game is a 4X game, which apparently stands for 4 different words that mean big things in games. And it's a civilization game with tech trees and negotiation. Literally everything that I love in video games is in that box. I think the game's like $150 or something. It's crazy. And the problem with the game is apparently it takes like 4 to 12 hours to play, but who cares if it's fun? Man, I really want to try Twilight Imperium 4th edition, and I probably will on Board Game Arena when it comes out, because it's coming out on Board Game Arena. So if you want to teach me Twilight Imperium 4th edition on there, let me know in the comments. All right, guys, we're in the top 3, so make sure you smash the like button for this one, especially if you're enjoying it. It makes me very happy, and I've been very happy lately. You guys have been amazing. The subscriber count's been shooting through the roof compared to what we're normal. Our views have been crazy. You guys are awesome, but this game is awesome too. This is number 3. At least I'm assuming it's going to be awesome when I play it. We were so close to playing it at the World Series of Board Gaming, and then, yeah. And I was going to try to ask Tom Vassell to play it with us. This is Project Elite. Apparently, Project Elite is a cooperative game where it's real time, and you're shooting zombies, or maybe not necessarily zombies, but you're shooting things coming at you to survive, I guess. And just the thought of that sounds so fun. I really want to try that. That would have been amazing if I would have been able to get Tom Vassell to play that with him. Instead, we played Ready, Set, Bet, which was still a blast, and was able to join more people because we had like 9 people play. So that was really fun anyways. Anyway, that's my number 3, Project Elite. My number 2, I can't believe it made it this high on my list, but the idea of it sounds more fun than I think the game's going to be because I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. This is Unfair. One of my favorite themes is theme parks. I've played Roller Coaster, Planet Coaster, and all those things on the computer. And I like management and stuff. Unfair takes the building the theme parks, but also destroying your competitors' theme parks at the same time. So it's more of a take that and building. And for some reason, that sounds fun to me. And I'm never going to ever get to play this game probably because Janella hates take that games. So please, somebody play it with me. And if you like it, you're going to probably clobber me because games like that, usually you have to play a couple times to get good at it. But man, I really want to try this game. That is my number 2, Unfair. Finally, we're at my number 1 game that I've never played before, but I really, really want to. It's another pirate-themed game. And man, this game sounds so fun. It's basically try to become the richest person in the sea. And that is Maracaibo. Maracaibo is rated like 30th on, or maybe not quite that high, maybe 40th on Board Game Geek. But it's rated very high. It just sounds very fun. Pirates and getting rich. It sounds like streamlined Merchants and Marauders, and I really love that game, but I hate how long it takes between turns. Merchants and Marauders would be my favorite game of all time if they streamlined it somehow. I know it will because I just love to play that game, but it just takes too long in different aspects, and sometimes your turns are too slow. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Maracaibo is my number 1. I really want to try that game, and it's from Alexander Pfister. I've only played one of his games, and that was Great Western Trail, and I've actually enjoyed it. It's been interesting. It's definitely a different game, so I really think I'm going to like Maracaibo. Let me know in the comments below which of these games that I should play and which ones I shouldn't play. Also, I gave you 19, which is a weird number. Why did I do that? I don't know, I'm weird. But guess how many I had on my want to play list? 104 games. 104. I narrowed it down to 19, and I threw it at you guys. Now you get to throw me back some comments. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.